welcome to another fantastic episode of ESC Fan TV. Hatari. The song translates as "Hate will prevail." I'll let you make your own minds up, viewers. But they have a unique dress code, something that one of our Eurovision friends, and I'm going to shout out to Rodney now, seems to take great delight in watching, shall we say. But let's dive straight in. Mitchell, Iceland, hate will prevail, or will it?
Yeah, what an interesting year of diversity. We have love is forever, and then hate will prevail. So, yeah, no, this is a really, this is just interesting to say. I could analyze that the vocals in the chorus are a little weaker than I expected from the recording, but do you analyze vocals in this song? I'm not sure. I think the instrumental music is really good as well. It's really kind of uplifting in a way, but from what I saw in Amsterdam when the music began, everyone cheered. I was like, okay, I think this entry will work, and I think they're a great act. I even saw my own Australian entry, Kate Miller-Heidke, having a photo with them saying, just discussing about smashing capitalism. So the whole thing is lots of fun. Their interviews are hilarious, and I like this song more and more as the contest goes on. So. Yeah,
very proud.
They could perform really well as well. So it's gonna. I'm thinking Hungary last year, that kind of constant flames and stuff like that. I think it'd be great.
Now, Elaine, you were in Amsterdam last week. What did you make of their performance there?
I loved it, but I think I forgot his name. Clemens, I think it's the singer. His name. I was kind of disappointed about the way he sounded. I was like, still that's more room for improvement. But I liked the end of the performance, like when he was like crawling, and loved it.
As demonstrated by the 12 points you've just given it. Martin, do you reckon this could put some traditional voters off of voting for Iceland?
Possibly. It depends what you classify as traditional voter on Eurovision. Normally it's people, groups of people watch with parties and, watching television. I suspect that the ones who really would be put off probably won't be watching Eurovision because they'll probably be in bed with their cocoa. But as for how well this is going to do, I think it's probably going to do quite well, but it could be a Lordi, it could be a PKN. I think it's that extreme that it could be either a top 5 or a non-qualifier. But I think the more I've seen it and the fact that they've got their PR machine going, and I think that's probably going to increase as we get nearer to Tel Aviv, I wouldn't be surprised if this is an easy qualifier and then we're all debating, will this win? And, it's, I think that's how it's going to build up as we get closer over the next few weeks.
So, Joe, would you like to go to Reykjavik in 2020?
I would love to. I don't know whether they're going to win, but my God, would I love to go to Iceland. Yeah, I think they're definite qualifiers, if I'm really honest, only because they've got such a massive fan following amongst the Eurovision fans. And let's face it, I think mostly that, it's not necessarily always the general public that watch the semis. So, yeah, I do. And I have to say, I thought they were great in Amsterdam as well. They, their vocals could have done with a little bit of improvement. But hey, that performance, outstanding.
Stuart, what's the chat room saying to us this evening?
So, lots of love for Iceland. JR's just written, love the chorus, hate the growling, a sure qualifier. I don't think there's anybody doubting that Iceland will qualify. And so far, everyone has given Iceland points.
Excellent. And is this something you will also be giving points to, Stuart?
Yeah, so it's interesting, Mitchell's take on it. I kind of share that. It's a grower. And when I first heard this, I think if I was reacting, my face would be like, it's one of those, isn't it? It's kind of, it's strange to, when you first hear it, you think, well, what's all this about? I kind of liken it to Paul Oscar from Iceland 1997. Same type of reaction. It's a bit different. It's not the sort of run-of-the-mill Eurovision act that we've come to expect. However, the melody actually is rather good. And Mitch was also correct. It is quite positive and uplifting. Will this grab the attention of the non-Eurovision fan? Yeah, I think it will. I think it's got that Lordy appeal, and I think this will do rather well. Look, it's not one of the favourites for no reason. So there are a lot of people out there that think this could win Eurovision. And hey, I wouldn't mind spending May next year in the Blue Lagoon in Reykjavik, Tom.
Well, see, you've already got your holiday brochures out already, Stuart.
I have. It's one of those places I've always wanted to go to, and this is my excuse for going.
Louise, what do we think in terms of Iceland's chances? Is this something that's going to have a lot of hype to it? The fans are going to take it to the grand final. Is it going to then fly, or do you reckon it's then just going to go? Do you reckon the juries are actually going to get it?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, actually. I'm not sure about the juries. It's a bit Marmite, it's kind of love or hate. I think televote will be very, very strong. But I mean, it is like, it is so weird. Like, the first time I heard it, I was like, I'd be the Coco in bed type of person, like love us forever. Like, I'm just that's not my thing. But I found myself at the Eurovision party, like, Hatrið mun sigra, like shouting it with people. So I don't know, there is some strange appeal about it. I just can't put my finger on it. So I think it's going to sail through to the final.
And Yana, what's your take?
Well, as you may know, Iceland started at the very bottom of my list overall. It was my number 41. And I just gave it 1 point, So, no, I when I first heard it and saw it, I was like, what is going on here? But then in Amsterdam, I was like, I'm actually kind of liking this. It's like weird. And it's also thanks to Eileen, because she wouldn't shut up about us, Iceland. She was like, oh, Hatari. I was like, okay. But then I met them, I took a picture with them, and I'm like, oh yes, this Matthias can be my fiance. Yes, they have something special, and they're really nice guys. Yeah, it's something really special, and I think they will go to the final. I don't know what position they're gonna end up, but I don't know if they're gonna win. That is not how I meant it, Stuart.
My head just went somewhere very, very dark for a minute there, Yana.
That is not how I meant it.
At least I was just thinking, actually, if you want him as your husband, all you need to do is just grab his straps and take him away with you.
It was very funny. He's actually the right size. He's bigger than me, so.
Again, my head went somewhere very dark.
Yeah. So let's try and wrap this conversation up, and let's go across to Oban, because I don't think we've spoken to Oban yet. Do you see this as a big rival to Tamta's replay?
Tom, I have to say, my heart is still broken. I still can't get over the fact that they took Hera Björk's place in this Eurovision 2019. But do I hate them? No.
Because otherwise hate would prevail, right?
Do I want their hate to prevail? Yes. So I am a supporter. I am a voter for Iceland, and it's good to have them in the final in terms of diversity of songs. So yes, I think and I want them to qualify. Okay.
So, panel, are we thumbs up or thumbs down when it comes to Iceland's qualification chances? Cast your votes now. I can see lots of thumbs up coming in from the panel. I'll be honest, I think it's going to qualify, but and it makes me sound really old here, I just hear noise. All I'm hearing when I listen to Iceland, I just hear noise. You know, but each to their own, and that's exactly what Eurovision is about. Okay, this could, in the right position, get lots of votes. I'm going to go back to Stuart's comment about Paul Oscar, what Iceland sent in 1997. As Terry Wogan said, it was going to get lots of votes from people who'd just come back from the pub because of the whole thigh stroking and the leather and everything. And funnily enough, it did. The UK gave it 6 or 7 points that night. So, yeah, always be prepared. And I think, yeah, it'll qualify. It'll do well. Ho hum.